Hello YouTube, y'all. Hello to Rumble users, and hello to literally everyone else. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my struggles as a sophomore, and that's when it comes to finding a permanent friend group to settle in. What I mean by that is that let's start with my first section here is that delayed recognition ensures future recognition. Obviously, I'm just going to jump straight into this, y'all. When it comes to it, people who might view my videos now, like teens right there, maybe the people who are judging me if y'all watch my videos, if you misunderstood it, if you misunderstand some parts of it, maybe you don't understand it. Maybe once people eventually grow up, once people grow away from their teen lens, straight into their adult lens, they might understand what I was trying to say. Or maybe they misunderstood a nuanced topic I was talking about. Once they're an adult, they'll eventually understand what I was trying to do, what I was trying to say. And then there's going to be a lot of stuff that could go on later on. But the thing is, though, I don't got time to wait. The issue is, y'all, is that a 15-year-old boy right now, a 15-year-old girl who's still locked in an arbitrary friend group, they may not have time to understand what I'm saying right now. But once they grow up to like 22 or 23, they might eventually understand what I was trying to say as a person. But the issue is, I don't have time right now. Like, I want friends who are willing to support me right now, who are willing to hold my hand in struggle. And even though this future recognition is important, like, time itself is giving me an insurance that it says people who will not understand me now will eventually understand me in the future. That's like time itself giving me a form of insurance because time itself shapes people. Experiences shape people. Those experiences might eventually help them understand me. The thing is, though, I don't got time to wait, so I gotta keep on building myself right now. But I still feel bad, though, is that I wish I could help these people, but I really can't. Time itself does state that when it comes to growth, a lot of people have different growth patterns. People grow up slower or faster, and eventually, when it comes to this type of future recognition, I have to wait. But I want people who could support me now, people who are willing to like give me a little hug or give me a little heart. That is what I'm hoping for. Thankfully, I do have time insurance, which is metaphorical, but eventually, it'll happen. So. But it still kind of sucks, so I'm still trying to find friends who could support me in the now. And what I mean by this, yeah, we're gonna jump straight to our next, what it connects to now in this section. Because I'll be honest, y'all, I've been kind of lonely. All right, like speed, I really need this kind of type of lonely. And what I mean by this is that the friend groups around me, they work on different axes of thought. Some may not work on my thought when it comes to deep thinking and nuanced topics. Some may think more superficially on about high school. Now while I do like to think superficially sometimes, I still like to jump into the complex topics, jump into stuff that gets people gets their nervous system and mind of critical thinking turned on. And what I mean by that is that a lot of the friend groups that I've been jumping to, visiting, and definitely trying to settle in, a lot of these people think on different axes. Some may think superficially, some may think on a way that's not my level yet, and some may not understand me at all, which definitely goes for that old trinary friend group. And it's not an issue of them rejecting me, even though I was rejected from one. It's not an issue with me, but I think it's an issue of understanding and developmental phase. I'm a little bit ahead of the curve since I do think a little bit faster, and I definitely have editing skills to talk about this on camera, so in that case, we're a little bit ahead of their curve. But the thing is, though, I think when it comes to high school friend groups, a lot of people are going differently. And I want people who could understand me now. I want to go in a friend group that can genuinely understand me for who I am as a person. Maybe what I'm doing. They might not understand all the parts of me, and that's okay. But I just need somewhere permanently to settle. I just need like understanding. But with all these friend groups, though, they're not evil. The reason I had to vacate my spots temporarily in them is that all these people worked on different axes of thought, different axes on a graph. Like my theoretical graph might be on the both x and y axis, while one graph may be only on the y axis, so I might not be ever able to meet them. What I mean by this is that a lot of people work differently, and a lot of people grow up differently, and I wish I could have support and find that friend group instantly, but we still gotta go through that trial and error. And we're also, by my own enlightenment beliefs, John Locke, I think, he was kind of right in that people were in a state of nature. That means the teens right now who misunderstand me or understand me. The teens right now who are locked in arbitrary friend groups, the teens right now who are going through a lot of stuff, when in a state of nature, they are genuinely lovable people. They are loving people who have real personalities behind their masks that he put on at high school. Like in the state of nature, these people are genuine. If I was to put them in a forest, like right now in like 12 p.m. in the afternoon and summon Joe Rogan's bears to go after him, I mean, if I was to go ahead and meet them right now, they'd still be genuine people in that forest. We actually maybe have a little bit of a talk, maybe have a little bit of a picnic with one of Joe Rogan's bears. Like, in the state of nature, these people are real and genuine and are willing to think out of bias. What the issue is when it comes to school, institutions, when it comes to politics, when it comes to bias, this corrupts the state of nature. John Locke himself argued that a lot of people are corrupted by this, and he's kind of right on that. That means when we do that, there are the social chains that are introduced into high school, such as the fear of trying, the avoidance of topics, social roles, parental control, and cultural restrictions. When it comes to conformity, the fear of judgment, and of course there's a lot more. And I'm so much as to say, if that society hadn't chained them, they would have understood me where I am today. Maybe they would have understood me for the videos that I make. And the thing is, though, society keeps them chained, alright? And I'm so much to say that society even has one chain on me. One chain is hesitancy. Sometimes I hesitate to join new friend groups. I hesitate to go to new people. Eventually, I break these chains, but it's a struggle sometimes, y'all. I'll be honest, but if you think about it, in the state of nature, whether I summon Joe Rogan's bears or not to hang out in a picnic with some random person, this person is free. They are genuine. But when we introduce high school, when we introduce the real world of society, that's where the corruption begins. Not like direct corruption of greed, but corruption by the small things, the micro interactions, the sayings of you shouldn't do this or shouldn't do that. So that's definitely what I've been talking about right there. Like a horizontal asymptote, meeting friend groups that still don't meet me, it's like an exponential graph going very infinitely closer to zero. All of these friend groups are not necessarily bad by nature. None of them are, even the ones that rejected me. None of them are bad. What makes them bad is the chains that society puts on me. So that's what I'm saying right there. I wish I could do something, but I still gotta go through that trial and error. And what I mean by that is that people with differing views, strict parents may end up having clashing views with mine. So that's what I'm saying right there. And this connects to my next part is more than thousands, not trillions, millions of teens out there that really wish could help me and I could help them. Like imagine the teen girl that's crying right now, the teen boy that's crying right now, maybe because of some breakup, or maybe because of something that's going on in their life. Maybe they have like bad parents or something, or complex parents. I wish I could physically teleport to them right now, knock on their front door, and give them. I wish I could do that. I wish I could send this video right now straight to them. Have this video instantly travel across the entire digital universe instantly. But the sad thing is, though, y'all, is that just as the light of a star, when it comes to space, leaves its own structure. I mean, the star itself. Even at the speed of light, it still takes time to travel across the entire universe. That means the video that I am making now, y'all, right, to recognize these teens who are suffering, it will still take time to travel across the entire digital cosmos. That means, y'all, is that while it might actually reach a girl who needs help today and tomorrow, to people out there who are distant, it might take time to head to them. And they might end up being 25 years old by then, the minute they end up having this video. If I was to say anything to them, is that I wish I could give you guys hugs. I wish I could have you guys teleport to me and maybe give me some hugs or a little bit of a heart. But I wish it could do this instantly. But just as the universe governs the laws of the speed of light, the digital internet also governs the laws of which this video travels through the entire internet cosmos. All I'm gonna say to these people, y'all, is that I love y'all. I love you guys. Gals do. Not in the romance sense, not in the romantical sense. In the sense that I recognize your suffering, I recognize who you are, and that even though this video may not reach you in time, I do recognize that your suffering is real and definitely relatable. I wish I could help y'all. I wish I could just give you guys a hug instantly, but it takes time. So the thing is, though, what will I do? And even in the face of this, y'all, I think I'm still gonna continue looking on for friend groups. I've already found one friend group that I think is still one friend group that I think is viable for someone like me, but there's still a lot of people, a lot of social noise that's going on, but people that are genuinely kind people, even though they do have strict views, to be honest. They might still misunderstand me, but I think that friend group might make the cut, but it's definitely going to be a little bit of a rough one there, because again, they have strict parents, I don't have that strict parents. There'll be some clashes going on, but I'll still be looking for other friend groups, to be honest, y'all. The thing is, if I don't find it, well, I'll probably hang out with that friend group, but if I don't find it, at least I try. I really hope I do. The thing is, though, with this curve now that we're technically ahead of a lot of the people in my high school, is that we're early on. I can edit videos. I can make GTA 5 LS video 5 videos. I can make Fredbear mod videos for Hello Neighbor. I can learn to make my editing better. I can look for this and that. I can build something from this. Right now, as we look for friend groups, will we build in the future success, whether that be because these editing skills are transferable across domain, whether that become a YouTuber with like 100,000 subscribers, a million, or maybe we end up transferring these skills and maybe end up being the news cover of a magazine, or maybe I end up becoming a news editor or something. Maybe I end up becoming someone behind the scenes of the movie industry for this type of editing or that editing. Whatever the case is, we're building the future foundation for what my success may eventually be. But eventually, the reality in the now still remains, y'all. If high school was a community, y'all, an economy, I am way under the poverty line. I am really, really under the poverty line when it comes to having friend groups. I'm essentially holding a little protest board saying I don't have true friends that I've met yet. Well, I do have a few credits. Well, actually, credits to a lot of y'all for that. But you're kind of under the poverty line, so a little bit of trial and error. I hope I find who I'm looking for. But, I mean, other than that, y'all, I'm just gonna keep on going. To be honest, it'll be a little bit of a struggle, but I think we could still make it. I'll still be pressing the pedal on this metaphorical social card that I got. But I think we could still find one. Thank you guys for listening. But also, y'all, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving. Y'all know it's a little bit late, but like November has been going way too fast for me. Also, I forgot to say that. So yeah, Happy Thanks. Well, Merry Christmas. Bye.